This is
The Handbag Husband.
the Handbag Husband
In Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Today we are starting our Hermes capade at the beautiful Wynn Hotel, where there is one of 3 Hermes boutiques that they have here in Las Vegas, and they're all on the same street. I mean, they're literally on the same street. And being in Las Vegas, that means they get a lot of tourists and a lot of people visiting their boutiques on a daily basis, and they get lots of reviews, and most of them are good. But today we're going to focus primarily just on the bad ones. In fact, the 0-star reviews. So today we're going to be doing a review of the 0-star reviews and compare them against our experiences here at the 3 different boutiques at the shops at Crystal, as well as at the Bellagio and at the Wynn. Now, of course, if you like these videos, if you like the Hermes conversation, if you like the Hermes milieu, and if you like the Hermes capades and the bag candy, because we always try to throw in as much bag candy as we can, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it does really help our channel grow. And of course, we are so thankful for that.
Thank you.
But also because it means you'll get notified when our newest long videos come out, like this one, our short videos, and all the stuff we have on the socials at Instagram and on YouTube, because we have new Hermes content coming out every single week. So with that, let's get to these 0-star reviews. So let's do some of those 0-star reviews for the shops at Crystal here. And you can see we are here at the shop, is right behind us. So let's do the first one. Not welcoming staff, borderline rude. Asked me to see a bag, and the sales girl, describing the sales girl, asked what colors I like, just to tell me that they don't have any of those colors in the end. What was the point of asking if you only have black? This is a waste of my time. Just do your job and get some training. I didn't want to buy anything because of her attitude. I went shopping at Chanel next door instead.
Next door is Tiffany.
Ah.
Or Harry Winston.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I get it. Like, they try to get something, they couldn't get it, they get mad. Makes sense. But like, at least they ask what you're looking for, not just like fully ignore you.
You know, I think before this visit, I would have said this person's being a little bit oversensitive. After this visit, I'm kind of on board with it a little bit, right? I think that the staff here, maybe it's because they're so beaten down by just the constant onslaught of tourists or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
But they definitely don't have the same kind of enthusiasm that you have when you have an SA who knows they can get you something, right? So specifically for us, when we came in, we had an appointment. We came in, and I think they would have ignored us, other than the fact that usually when I come in, I stand in the doorway and I'm like, I'm here,
sure.
let's do some business.
No, I think it's because this one, it doesn't look like you need an SA to accompany you.
Oh, you didn't let you wander around?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've seen people just like walk in and no SA with them. So maybe that's why.
It could be, yeah. So I can see how people would see that as a cold reception, and maybe that's just like the procedures that they have, and it feels cold. But also, again, our SA wasn't enthusiastic. She wasn't bad, right? She wasn't bad, but she also wasn't enthusiastic.
I wonder it's because we first thing that we're looking for a bag. The bag kind of like shut down, like the whole system off.
Yeah, I guess it is a bad that we started with. I'm looking for a large men's bag, and they're like, we have no bags. And so I think that starting with a no might have been that one as well. But I even think throughout the visit, she was reluctant to engage in conversation about Hermes, reluctant to engage in really anything, and also was sort of wrong about a lot of the objects we went looking for. We're like, do you have this? She's like, no, we don't have this. I'm like, oh, it's right there. And they're like, oh, I guess it is right there. So it could be a training issue. It could be an overworked issue. It could be a lot of things. So I think there's some validity to this. And it's not what we experienced last time, so I don't know. I don't know what's changed. All right, next up, says service couldn't be worse. Get in the door while browsing around, store workers ask if we were accompanied by a salesperson, and we say no. He says, we can't get in if not accompanied. I mean, you are a shop. We went in, nobody are serving us. Not my fault to be in your store. Learn how to respect your clients before you open a shop.
No, I don't know. Because because we have an appointment, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Because it's probably because last time you were waiting in line for a little bit.
Yes.
That's why I was like, okay, you know what, this time we're gonna make an appointment. So we're gonna make sure like get it done, don't have to wait in line.
And there's no line now, even,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know. Maybe it's the day we came, or maybe it's.
No, my point is
I
like,
don't
I don't know that you need an SA accompanying you. Because
that was the
most
question,
of the stores,
yeah.
like, we normally need like to have someone pair with you, go in.
Yeah, usually you get greeted by somebody, and if you're like, oh, I just want to look around, they'll be like, fine, go look around,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you start engaging with the SA, they'll start to like
Sure,
show you. You get a
sure.
guided tour
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
This one was kind of like we just, like I said, I just walked in and everyone just stared at me for a second, and until I was like, hey, you,
No,
I have
but
an appointment.
we got a hello. We got a hello.
Oh, we got a hello. Yes, we got a hello.
It was not just like, fuck off.
Correct. So I don't think it was impolite, but again, it wasn't. They're not aggressively trying to serve you.
Sure.
Let's put it that way. So again, I can see how people feel this as being not service oriented, especially if you're coming from.
Are you outrovert?
Yeah, if you're outrovert.
No, my horse like introvert would be like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me,
Yeah.
don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
So I'd
Yeah,
be like,
but
this is great, you know? Yeah.
But if you're coming from other countries too that have a different service standard, I think that would be a big experience. I don't know
Sure.
how much influx of like foreign tourists come into
Sure.
Las Vegas at this point. But yeah, I can see how someone would interpret it this way because of the experience that we had this time, whereas last time it was more warm and welcoming, I guess. All right, here we go. This one's very short. Just says disgusting sales associate like in every Hermes store in the United States. And well, go ahead. Every? I disagree. Actually, we've never had a terrible. Oh well, we'll get to it. The Wynn back in the day. We'll see how it's changed. But we've never really had a terrible experience at a U.S. boutique, right? I mean, I think about all the ones we've been to. So we've been to LAX, we've been to Topanga, we've been to all the ones in Las Vegas. We've been to.
This is actually my second store.
Was it disgusting?
No, it's nice
Yeah.
and airy.
Yeah, I don't know what they could do to make someone feel disgusting. Maybe that's not the right usage of the word. I don't know. I've never felt disgusting in a Hermes boutique. I felt unseen. I felt unappreciated. I felt overlooked. I never felt disgusting.
It's a very harsh word.
Yeah, it is a very harsh word. So I'm gonna chalk this one up to be a little bit oversensitive, and I think again the U.S. experience is different than other places if you go to
Sure,
Hermes in many
sure.
parts of the world, and so I don't know. I can see how you would be put off if you were not understanding of the situation.
Expectation. It's all
Yeah,
about expectation.
yeah.
If they don't have anything, they don't have nothing, no bags, no leather goods,
Or should be like us, just have low expectations.
Yeah. Yeah,
So they bring you
for sure.
coffee, which they did not do. Then you're still good. So yeah, overall, I think that these reviews that we picked out have a grain of salt to them for sure. I don't agree with them 100%, but I also don't disagree with them 100%. All right, so let's do our Bellagio 0-star reviews here. It says, the sales associate at this location act like they are superior to everyone. They do not welcome guests, they do not ask if they can help, and they look bored out of their minds on their phones. Probably playing Snake, huh? Why does Hermes hire sales associates that are not helpful and rude as hell? If I could, I'd give this place 0 stars. I would. Very creative, obviously, 0 stars. I don't think that was our experience at all.
No, it was
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, they were very
decent, yeah.
attentive. They
Got lots
treated-
of highs and buys.
lots of highs and buys. Maybe because it's real slow, right? It's,
But they just put up the barricades gone.
Yeah.
Because when we walked out, there's a barricade.
maybe they put the
stanchion.
barricade and they like take out stuff, like put out new merch that they
No,
get
there's people
deliveries.
inside. There was people inside. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they max capacity or something. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that this person is wrong because it's totally possible that that's the experience that
For
they had.
sure.
But for us, this was not our experience. It was quick. They were attentive. They were polite. They were friendly.
They're showing us stuff.
They were showing us stuff. They were willing to do extra work that even they know probably isn't going to result in anything.
Yeah.
But they were willing to kind of really walk us through it all. And that's even before they checked our spend or any of our history or anything, right?
Yeah.
So just us as Joe Schmoes walking off the street, they really treated us the way that I usually expect to be treated at Hermes, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately for us, as I've said all the times, it doesn't really matter, right? Like I'm not here to be fluffed, but it also is nice when there is a nice rapport, when there's a nice demeanor, there's a level of service that you would expect from the brand.
Sure.
So yeah, I think, again, maybe this person took it personal. Maybe they found a person that was bad. Maybe it was a bad day. Maybe who knows what happened.
But because as I was saying, if you came during
on
the
the
weekends,
weekend,
and it was like it's nightmare. It was like busy, so busy.
Yeah, so I could see if they're trying to juggle all this stuff and they have
Yes.
people like pulling on their shirts and stuff, I could see how they would treat
Yeah,
it. But
for sure.
that's not what this person's saying. They're saying they're just standing around bored on their phones. Which
Again,
some of the people did look bored, but
sorry,
they were helping us.
Let me defend on like quote unquote like when the essay on the phone. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we get that super
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
They're scrolling through like their like text, get back their text, scroll
Yeah.
through inventories.
Yeah.
It's like very
Yeah.
common.
So they're probably not playing Candy Crush.
right. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time they're checking something. They're
Yeah.
like text back your text. Yeah.
So I mean, there were people in some of the essays that looked bored, but it's because everyone was being helped who needed to be helped.
Sure.
And even some of the other essays were helping out ours. So again, I don't know. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that wasn't our experience.
Sure.
All right, let's do the next one here. It says, the Hermes location inside the Bellagio, one of the garbage customer service. Family of 5 people, you cannot go inside.
5 people? Grandma wants a bag too?
Yeah, you gotta get grandma a bag. Okay, so again.
I mean, grandma probably be the best wingman. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Grandma.
Dude, my Nana?
Yeah.
she come up with bags you didn't even know.
Yeah.
People love her.
For sure.
I think, okay, for our perspective, coming
This
from...
one is a little bit small.
It's very small, right? So it's understandable. Also, coming from LA, like they want to really avoid some of the issues that Los Angeles is having.
Even Las Vegas also, I think they're also experiencing that.
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes. So I think there is a security aspect to it. The store is kind of small, so if you have 5 people, they fill up the space pretty fast.
Sure. The extension is back. Yeah. The snap. Not barricade. The stanchion, right? What's it
The
called?
stanchions.
Yeah.
The stanchions. They've blocked it out. I think that this is a legitimate complaint if you have a big family.
Sure.
It's not really designed to have large amounts of people from one group coming in for security reasons, also for service issues, right? Like it's
the ratio.
You can't have 5 people, and if you have one essay for every 2 or for every 3, then it totally makes sense.
I think I understand both sides.
Yeah.
I assume in this case it's like 2 parents and then 3 kids.
Yeah.
Obviously, parents don't want to like leave the kids with the dad or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then I also understand the MS side, like you don't want the kids running around.
Yeah, or even if you had like teenage daughter, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, right?
Yeah.
Even then, it's still kind of
It's not that many places to sit and wait either.
Yeah.
So I do understand that. I think both sides.
Yeah. So I think this is like it's a wash, right? I understand one side, I understand the other side.
Yeah.
We never have a situation where we have 5 people, so
maybe next time I bring my grandma, she might actually get
she'll
some quarterback.
put in some work with us.
Yeah, for sure.
She can do basketball.
Yay!
So overall, I see both sides, but I think there's not much you can do about that one. All right, so let's do our Wynn reviews here. And the first one says, the salespeople at this location look at you like you are the dirt under their Hermes shoes. Unless you are shoving your Birkin or Kelly or God knows what purses in their faces, they won't even look at you. They automatically assume you don't have money to buy anything if you don't. I am a frequent Hermes buyer, and this behavior is appalling. Where is their human decency? I mean, this is one of those cases where I guess it's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of situation, right? Because we've been here before, and I totally felt that last time.
Sure.
I totally felt that last time. Whereas this time, complete change.
You know why?
Because you brought the handbag husband. Oh, because I brought the wife. Last time I went by myself, and they're like, get out of here. but I brought the wife, and also you were shoving your Birkin in the face.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be, right? So we are dressed up, right? We do have Hermes things. So I think maybe, I don't know, do you think that actually has had an effect since we've been at these visits? I don't think so.
It does not. This is the only time because, okay, I'm in Vegas, let me dress up.
Yeah, and it's convenient to do so.
Up, I mean, dress up, not even dress up. I don't put makeup on, guys. Like, dress up the best that, just not really.
It could also be that this person came in, I don't know how long ago this was, but like I said, I think that they have turned a lot of it around. I think that whatever they've done, they've developed more training, they brought in more staff.
Sure.
A lot of the staff seem new here, so maybe it's a different world, right? Because again, we had that experience previously about a year ago. Now it's flipped 100%, and it doesn't feel like that at all.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So this next one is the absolute worst and most unfriendly salespeople in the luxury stores we have ever come across. The staff is perpetually snooty, making one feel thoroughly unwelcome and spouting blatant falsehoods when it comes to product knowledge. We may sound like occasional visitors, but we frequent this place quite often. I highly recommend that the entire team be trained or replaced. That's why we only visit to browse items and end up purchasing them online instead of going to the store. Spare yourself the exhaustion of dealing with this established, as they will invariably drag you down on each and every visit. Again, I think it goes back. I think you could have had this experience. I mean, we had a similar experience.
I guess let me point it down. Like, this person say he or she comes here often. Shouldn't this person have an SA?
That's a very good point. They should, if they come here frequently.
And if you have an SA, your experience can be different. Like
I agree.
Like, it's gonna be more different for sure.
I mean, it's much less of like a stranger experience, right? Like, you're not a stranger. You're someone who's familiar, and they definitely. I mean,
they want that.
They want that. That is exactly what Hermes wants,
correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I just buy online, I show up. There are advantages to buying online. I get it, right? We've done some online shopping, and there are some real advantages to it. But one of the big disadvantages is you don't develop that relationship. You say, well, why do I need to develop a relationship? I'm just someone here buying stuff. But the thing is that, you need that relationship, because that's how Hermes kind of sorts out who they want bags to get and not.
The customer culture to be that way.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not here to judge, because what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna change the culture.
Yes.
Like, that's not.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that Hermes does a very good job at protecting the brand, and maybe that's counterproductive in some ways. It's also maybe anti-consumer in some ways, or client. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, the demand for Birkins are so high, partly because of the policies that they have. And it may even seem unfair. I can see how someone would see it's unfair if there is subjectivity to it, which it seems like there is. Or it's definitely obscure how they do it. So I get all that kind of stuff. But one thing is for sure, if you're not developing a relationship with them, then you're always going to be a stranger. And you're always going to get treated like a stranger. Except for the few times you get lucky.
Sure.
All right, this one I think is my favorite one. It says, they tried to sell me dirty, dingy display shoes. Why does the stock even show that something is available if it's only the display version that has been tried on and literally discolored inside and out from other people's feet? That is just disrespectful that they would even try to sell me $1,400 used shoes to someone like that. They also will not answer the phone if you try to call to confirm the product's availability before shopping. Not to mention, they made me get rid of my drink just to walk upstairs and be handed the dirty shoes as if I was going to pay for them. They made me get rid of the drink for nothing. Thanks, Hermes. So, I mean, okay, the dirty shoes, that's on Hermes. If that is true, right?
I guess. Wait, this person is like, I want to buy it, or?
Yeah, they were asking for shoes. So what it seems like is they checked online and they wouldn't tell them that they had the shoes or not. Or they called and they wouldn't tell them whether they had the shoes or not.
That one makes sense. That one, like the check inventory, I agree with that. You don't want to, like it just...
And things like disappear so fast, it's hard to tell people that.
Correct.
The
drinks also make sense.
The drinks also make sense. But to be fair, now that we are here in the Wynn Hotel, their coffee's like $100. I don't know how much it is, but it's quite expensive. I'd be super butthurt as well if they made me get rid of it.
I thought normally they have like a stand outside Like you put your drinks. I think I see it at South
Oh,
Coast
yes,
Plaza.
yes. Usually
I
they'll have like a little stanchion. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'll-
just downstairs. They'll
Yeah,
have a
yeah, yeah.
stanchion or like a little table that you can put your drinks
Yes.
on. Yeah.
I don't see it today. I
No,
don't know if that's like they normally
no.
do that or not. But yeah, they could have just done that.
So
The dirty shoes.
if that's true, that's bad. That's bad. I don't know. Again, we've never had an experience with dirty shoes or anything like that, but we've had experiences where they offer us something like in Hong Kong, right?
They didn't offer it. We were like, oh, is that
Well,
for sale?
okay, I tried to rationalize in my head, this is what I want.
And then the SAS like, don't buy
The
it.
essay is like, don't buy. Yeah, the essay is actually like, don't buy this,
That's
right?
a floor
Like,
model.
yeah,
Oh, it's been there, beat up.
Yeah,
You really
it's-
want
yeah,
it, but there's
yeah,
a last
yeah,
piece.
yeah.
They actually say like, hey, just don't buy it.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. And back in our salad days, we bought the floor model of something, right? It's okay. I understand the value of it, but when you're getting something like that, it's rough. So I'm not going to discredit the shoe things. I've never had that experience with the shoes, and I think that's probably pretty gross. But it
Yeah.
also means that I don't think it's impossible. I think that's definitely possible. Yeah. So I mean, I think my recommendation would be obviously don't buy those shoes, right? That's not a big one. Set your drink outside. I mean, I guess maybe don't, or finish your drink before you go in,
Sure.
right? Finish your drink before you go in. And I think they were most upset because they had to get rid of their drink because they also didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
I understand.
Yeah.
And then cannot check the inventory
Yeah.
over the phone either.
That one's fair. I think that's a good Hermes policy.
I think yeah, the inventory.
Yeah.
I think I'm on Hermes on this
Yeah.
one. Dirty shoes.
That's,
No.
I mean,
Not
Hermes, we
okay.
can do better.
Not
If
okay.
that was true, which it may be, shame on you, Hermes.
Or maybe that's a new collection.
Ooh, yes, like, oh, this is the Le Dirt collection. Oh, very famous. Very, very nice. Very exclusive. You are so lucky to be offered these.
Good morning, husband.
Oh, no. Wait. All right, so that is it for our 0-star reviews of the Hermes boutiques here in Las Vegas. So that is the...
Compared to our experience.
Well, when I was talking about them, right? Comparing it
Yes,
to the experience that
yes.
we have. And like always, there seems to be a grain of truth to a lot of these, right?
Sure.
So I can see how some of it is someone's perspective, how some of it is reality, and then how some of it is, someone just made it up just because they want to be sensitive or whatever.
It's close.
Yeah, it's close. I think, obviously in America, because we are in America, so we can talk about it, is that, that whole customer is always right thing has gone a little too far. It's gone a little too far because it's turning into like the customer is always the victim, right?
Sure.
And I don't think
That's
it's
my lie, guy. I've been saying
Yeah,
that.
that's true. It's not always an issue of like, who's the victim or not, but just because you don't get what you want doesn't mean you're being victimized.
Sure.
And I think Americans hate being told no. Everyone hates being told no, but Americans especially take it very, very personally, and we see that in the comments. So I get it, right? But there are also things on there that are also true, like the dirty, dingy shoes.
Yes.
So I get both of those, but I'd love to hear what you all think about these comments, or if these are similar experiences that you've had. Is it different than ours? Because ours was great this time around, which has not always been the same. It hasn't always been as good, but this time, pretty good, except for at Crystal's. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you all think about that as well, or if you think that is fair. Now, of course, if you like the Hermes conversation, if you like the Hermes milieu, if you like the Hermes capades, and the bag candy. We usually have bag candy, we have some bag candy, a little bit of bag candy. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because it does really help the channel grow. And of course, we are so thankful for that.
Thank you.
But also because it means you get notified when our newest long videos, like this one, come out. The short videos, all the stuff we have on the socials at the Handbag Husband on Instagram and on YouTube, because we have new Hermes content coming out every single week. So with that, from a very beautiful, a very long Hermes capade day, 3 stores, 1 day, thank you and goodbye.